We're in New York City, 46th Street. We're going on to 5th Avenue. We're gonna buy some clothes. We're gonna go shopping, then we're gonna go Rockefeller. We'll walk around, have some fun. What shop should we go to? Should we run? No? So this is an outfit I'm looking at for the office. I'm born and raised in Barcelona, in Spain. I lived there pretty much my whole life. Did all my studies in Barcelona too. I did business admin degree for 4 years. Then I did a master's degree in international business for another 2 years. From there, I moved to Dubai. Great experience, was for about a year. Get out into the real corporate world, I guess, make some money. And then from there, I moved to Canada to learn English. That was the main goal. That's where I started in the industry in 2016. Spent a year in Toronto. From there, I got transferred to one of the offices we have in London, in the UK. I spent about 3 years in London, then moved to open an office in Birmingham. That was in 2020, right after the pandemic. And then opened an office in Cardiff, where I spent the last 2 years in the UK, before I moved to the States last year to Miami. But it's time for me to, make a decision, I guess, what I wanted to do. Business was out of all the options, the one that, seemed the most attractive to me. So that's why I decided to do, study business and then eventually take on more of like an entrepreneurial path. So I didn't really grow up surrounded by any, entrepreneurs or I guess business-related environment. The only person that kind of did that was my uncle. He's run a fashion business for many, many years, and that was the only time where I got exposed to that. My mom is a teacher, grew up and lived always in the same place. Obviously traveled a little bit, especially with me being all over the place. But same with my dad. My dad is was a firefighter, he's just retired. I try to explain it as well as I can sometimes. Hard for them to comprehend how business works, and especially like, I guess, such a young age when I first started, and it was definitely not an easy task to try to explain to your parents how business works and how it works and the things that you can do, and I've done some cool stuff for them too. I mean, working here is definitely a different experience. It doesn't matter what you've done before, like it brings you down to especially like walking a place like this, reminds you that there's always someone doing way better than you are. There's a reward at the end, I guess. Wow, this is cool. I wish I could tell you all about these buildings and what everything is, but I'm still new to the city. So there's the Rockefeller tree, the famous, that I can tell you, that I know. It's one of the few things I know in New York. Beautiful, beautiful. Getting the keys to my first office definitely was like a pinch me moment that you worked so hard for, and when you're there, there's this like really excited, nervous feeling again after working so hard for so long, and you realize you're there and it's showtime. It's all on you now. At that point, most rewarding part of doing what we do is just taking care of the people that's taking care of myself, and whether that's family, friends, anyone that I care about really. My main goal has always been, I've been saying this pretty much since I started traveling. I want to visit every country. If you want to travel, you want to explore, you need both time and money. So eventually you gotta have both. Yeah, it's only one or the other. Like most people spend their lives working, then retire and don't have the energy to do things anymore. So get to that point in life where you have those two as early as possible. You either kind of run your life and decide what you do, or you let everything else around yourself do that. So I guess take accountability for where you are, take accountability for what happens to you, and it's a much better way to live your life, rather than just always being a victim of what's happening around you. If you don't like a situation, if you can change it, change it. If not, just change your attitude about it. All right, so Monday morning, hopefully everyone set some goals for the week and for the day. So I want to hear some of those. So train your mindset and be disciplined enough to know that you're gonna have one or the other.
Yeah, I'd like to meet 3 new owners.
Okay. So network, 3 new owners. What time is it?
Showtime!